Sweet, now I'm alone again.
I guess it's time to check this thing out. Status. Immediately after I thought of the word, a video game like hologram appeared in front of me. Unlike everything around it, I was able to see its contents clearly. It would have been a major hassle if my baby eyes weren't even able to see it. After reading it through, I made an observation. It really wasn't all that packed with information. Status. Basic. Name. Gaara. Age. 0. Store. Level. 1. EXP. 0 1000. Points. 10. Attributes. Strength. 0.1. Agility. 0.1. Vitality. 0.2. Chakra. 20. Control. 0.2. Affinities. Wind primary. Earth secondary. Kekkei Genkai. Magnet release. Nanjutsu. Shield of Sand passive. Wait a second. Why do I have such an abnormal Chao crap? I've got that rascal inside of me. Should I treat it as a curse or a blessing? Never mind. That'll come later. For now, I have some analyzing to do. Being a newborn, it's normal to have such low stats. But they're probably lower than average. If I recall correctly, Gaara was born prematurely due to the tailed beast being sealed inside of him before he was even born. That is why his mother, Karura, died. Well, I guess she's my mother now. My deepest condolences. As for my affinities and Kekkei Genkai, they seem to be the same as originally too. That's great. Gaara never really started using his Kekkei Genkai until the end of the series, where he was shown using it to reinforce his sand, making it denser and thus more resilient to enemy attacks. He kept it as a last resort to surprise his enemies, and I'm about to do just that, only with a twist. If I can use magnet release, it would make sense if I could use iron and gold sand. I don't see why not. I can already see myself becoming the most powerful shinobi in the sand's history by manipulating both iron and gold sand, in addition to Shukaku's. I can't wait. As for my level, it's good that I started at level 1. With some points to spend already, I'm excited to see what's available in the shop. With a thought, the interface changed and I was presented with a neat selection of different techniques. Shop. Available Ninjutsu, Taijutsu, Genjutsu. Rank A. Rank D. Rank C. Rank B. Rank A. Rank S. Above. Please think of the rank you wish to explore to view its contents. Nice. Okay. Let's check these out. Oh. Nice. Not a single technique is currently available. Not even rank D. Really, I got my hopes up for nothing. I guess I'll just have to roll with it. I'm a baby now, so I shouldn't be surprised at the lack of options. The fact that I already have the shield of sand and a tailed beast should be enough. Knowing all of this, I need to plan for the future. If this is the original timeline, then my father is basically using me as an experiment because the village is in an economic crisis. My first goal should be to get on his good side so that my life becomes easier. It won't be easy though. He's known for his cold-hearted ways. To impress him, I must show the ability to control Shukaku. I have to make sure that I do not lose control or harm anyone in the village by mistake. For that, I'll need some chakra control training. But there's a big problem. I don't know where my chakra is. It's going to be a tough road, I see. Let's try and meditate for now. And so, I meditated for an hour, closing my eyes and feeling every nook and cranny in my body. No result. Giving up, I opened my eyes and stared at the blurry ceiling. Interrupting my thinking, someone appeared above the crypt and picked me up. Closing in on their face, it seemed likely that I was being held by none other than my mother's brother, Yoshimaru. Although I couldn't see very well, my eyes could recognize the tears covering his eyes. They were flowing uncontrollably, with no sign of stoppage. Gaara. A great name. I am sure that you will accomplish great things in your lifetime. Karora would have been proud of you. She would have been so proud. Karora. Watching him break down into tears, I couldn't help but feel some sympathy. Karora must have been a great sister for him to grieve so much. I wish I could say the same about myself. I would bet anything on my sister not caring about my death. TCH. Although I'm resentful, in this world, I'll try to be friendly to those who love me. Like Yoshimaru here. As Yoshimaru stopped crying, I heard a door being opened. He looked away for a moment and then placed me back on my crib. Not knowing what was going on, I just rolled with it. Soon after, two figures appeared above my crib once again. I couldn't make out their faces. Thankfully, they started talking though, clearing my doubts. Chiyo-san. Was it successful? This voice that was filled with resentment was probably Raza's. My father. Che. Who do you think I am? You fool. It obviously went well, but to do this to your own son before he's even born. You have stooped very low, Raza. Grandma Chiyo sounded as haughty as in the anime. I shall do anything for the sake of the village. A son or a wife are not that important. His voice contained a mixture of regret and decisiveness, as if though he had gone through a lot. If you say so. Chiyo seemed unimpressed. Because of the recent budget cuts, I will need to force my hand and gamble on this one. We can't rely on gold dust to keep the village afloat for much longer. In addition, if that monster ever decides to rebel, I shall subdue it myself. Saying those words, Raza left the room alongside Chiyo. I know because of the door being shut. Well, now my worries have been confirmed. The sand is currently in an economic crisis. I don't know how, but I'll have to fix this issue. Even when Gaara was the leader in the series, they had the same problems. Albeit on a smaller scale. Anyways. For now, I can't do anything, so I'll stop brooding over it. My focus should remain on making contact with my chakra.